Your boy is making moves. Big moves, man. Let's just get right into what I'm about to talk about. So basically, about a few weeks ago, you guys know that I shot the video for the Air Force Wounded Warriors Ramstein event that took place at Ramstein Air Force Base. And after them seeing the final product, they absolutely loved it. And so now they got in contact with me about a week or so later after the previous event, and they want me to come out for the North Central Scott Care event that's happening over in Illinois. But I'm very blessed that someone is actually out there acknowledging, just seeing the work that I put in when it comes to these videos. Like I said, man, I put my all into this work, and this is something that I want to do full time when I eventually get out the military. So I put everything I got into it, man. I'm super excited, man. Just ready to get over there and start working and just hit the ground running and just try to produce an even far better video than I produced last time. So I'm going to be bringing along a lot more equipment this time. Not like my typical vlogging setup where I just have a couple of things with me. I have a lot of bags. All right, so now that I pretty much covered the basis of this trip, what I'm bringing, my equipment, my bags, luggage, all that good stuff, let's just talk about knowing your worth. I tell you what, man, being in the military just really saved me traveling today. Like, just bags and all kinds of security checks just went a whole lot smoother, man. But I'm gonna get right into what I wanted to talk about today. Knowing your worth, man. So I shoot music videos, obviously, and also other content that you guys see on my channel. But I've been on a real serious dry spell when it comes to music videos, not because of the lack of artists of my location where I'm at. It's mainly because of I'm sticking to a price of what I want to shoot my content for, and I'm not going below that. I mean, but of course I did my fair share of free work. When I first started out, I didn't have near as much of equipment that I have now, and not near as much knowledge back then, say like in 2017, when I shot my first like video ever for my boy Jay Harris. And you guys can go check out his channel. He has some stuff on there too. He does vlogs and all that good stuff, and he's always helping me out when it comes to my shoots. So we shot that video for his 22nd birthday, and that was shot on my old Nikon D3300. I think that's what it was, and I think I had the 50 mil. I had just got that lens, and I think I had it wide open at 1.8 because I didn't know what I was doing. So I think the majority of the video was like most likely out of focus because at the time I didn't know. So I thought, ooh, 1.8, low light, so it might be good. So we shot that video, and then after that, I started getting a little more into video work. And then I kind of got my name out and doing some other things with some other artists. So yeah, man, so just doing those like skits and those birthday videos with Justin just kind of opened the door for both of us actually, because people see him on camera for one, so he's a funny guy, and then they also see the person behind the lens, like, oh, who's doing these videos, who's doing this and that. I think that those videos back then are complete trash of what I'm doing now. So it's been a lot of improvement over the past like year and a half that I've just gained a lot of knowledge and understanding on just filming in general. So that's pretty much why I'm at the point where I'm at now, where I'm not letting anybody just say, ooh, do you have any deals or whatever? No, man, I'm not doing that anymore. It's not just showing up to the shoot and just shooting. It's the time and effort that I put planning, prepping during the shoot, and then the post work. Man, it's a lot of time that goes into these videos, and I think a lot of people don't understand that, and it's really frustrating as a director, as a creator. It's frustrating to have people try to lowball you all the time. I don't know, man, just get to a certain point where you feel like you know the value for your work, and just don't let anybody change your mind about that. You just set that price. So what I typically do is I'll ask the artist for the budget. I won't straight out, flat out give them my price, which is something that I think you guys shouldn't do at all. Don't post your prices for your work. I mean, I guess unless you're doing like a promo deal or whatever, that's different, but don't publicly put out your prices for your work. Just don't post your prices, man. I ask the artist what the budget is. I can say we can make this work or we can't make it work, and it's that simple. It's no in between, or I can take you to the top, man, I can do this and that for you. And most of the time, someone is gonna try to say that to you, but you just have to have good judgment when it comes to stuff like that. Sometimes it's difficult to try to weed out the people who are just trying to use you, but whatever the case may be, make the right decision when it comes to trying to do any type of budget cuts for you and your film. I got some fall off too. Y'all see that? Oh, hey. Did it focus? Y'all saw that fall off? Yeah, that's dope, ain't it? Yeah, man, Sony struggles, man. I got my monitor on the right side, so I'm looking at you guys, monitor on this side, so I can see my beautiful face. I know y'all see it. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Don't set yourself short when it comes to your work. It's your work. You're putting the time in. You're putting the effort in. Have a purpose behind it. Have a price. Have standards. Set standards for yourself, man. Don't let people just throw you around and try to say, I'm gonna do this and that. I'm only gonna pay this amount, and that's fine. If they wanna pay that amount and it's not your standards, just don't do it. You don't have to do stuff, man. I mean, I know it depends on like your situation. For me, luckily I'm in the military and I don't rely on these music video shoots. I get a consistent check from the military. So once I made up that decision to have that certain standard of my work, I've just been a lot more free when it comes to just my mental state when it comes to these shoots. If someone comes up to me and they aren't within my range, I'm just not gonna do it. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. Don't do it. If you don't feel comfortable with doing it, you don't have to do it. If it's not within your price range, don't do it. Don't try to force it. Don't try to stress about it. It's just, don't do it. It's that simple, man. That simple. All right, that's pretty much all I got about knowing your worth, having a purpose, setting those standards, and just standing behind your work, man. It's your stuff. I can't stress out enough. It's your work. If you are a single man director, you are the one that's pretty much doing all the work for the most part. And like I said, you can have guys helping you out like I do sometimes, and that's cool. But for the majority of the time, it's strictly you. You prep, you shoot, you edit, you deliver. I know I'm kind of like repeating myself, but I just want to get that point across to have standards for yourself, man. Set those standards, set the bar, and never go below it, man. Just don't go below it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. Your boy's tired. It's been a long day of traveling. I'm just tired. I'm really tired, but I gotta edit this down so you guys can see it by tonight, so it makes sense as I go through each day, that you guys see that I already had posted this prior. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna see you guys soon, though. I'm gonna see you real soon. Peace out, guys.